today I'm going to be filming a very quick concealer collection, and I'm going to be telling you guys the concealers that I love and the concealers that I don't think are worth the money or that I'm not too keen on. Please subscribe, comment and like this video, and I also have a new Instagram page which I would really appreciate if you guys would follow me on there, because I post upcoming videos or videos that are up and you maybe haven't seen it in your subscription box, and I also post makeup pictures and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I would love it if you guys would follow me on there. So I'm going to start off with my higher end concealers because I don't have many, but the first concealer I'm going to be talking about is the MAC Pro Longwear. And this was the first ever concealer I ever tried. Mine is in the shade NC45, and I use this underneath my eyes, on my chin, on my forehead, kind of like to highlight. For me, it doesn't feel heavy or anything like that, but the best part about this concealer is that it is long lasting, and this is definitely my most long lasting concealer. It retails for about £15 or 15, maybe £17, because since I bought it the first time it has gone up. I've repurchased this like 3 times because I absolutely love it. It's a really good concealer, and if you're wanting one high-end concealer, I would definitely recommend this one, and a lot of people seem to love it. I really want to try the Urban Decay one, but for some reason they don't do very dark colours, so I can't try that out, but I would love to try that out because everyone seems to be raving about it. So the Boing FAWN concealer is a creamy concealer. It is medium to full coverage, and I would recommend this to use for eyebrow sculpting and blemishes. I would not recommend this, however, for underneath the eyes, because I find it's not creamy enough and it can sink into fine lines. This is really good if you have maybe like acne scars, perhaps rosacea. If you have something really heavy duty that you want to conceal, I would recommend this. Other than that, I wouldn't use it around the eyes or anything like that, because I find that it can look a bit cakey. Like when I would use it on customers, you can sometimes see the line, especially if you're more mature. This concealer retails for about £16.50, and I got the duo set in a kit that Benefit do. It's like a face kit where you get mini foundation, mini powder and and 2 of these. So I really like the fact that I have 4 and 5, because I'm actually quite in between those colours. But yeah, I really like this concealer, but I don't always reach for this because a drugstore dupe which I have recently found is the Freedom Concealer Palette. So that's what the Freedom Concealer Palette looks like. This has a very similar concept to the Boing concealer in the fact that it has in the fact that they're both in pan form. But the thing that I like about this Freedom actually more than the Boing concealer is that it's a little bit more creamier. The Freedom is about a light well, I wouldn't even say light, I would say it's a solid medium coverage. You're not going to get much coverage from this, so I wouldn't recommend it if you have a lot of acne scars or anything like that. I would definitely say go for the Boing, but I like the Freedom one more because it's more creamier, so it's easier to work with. You could probably even place it underneath the eyes, even though I don't like using cream concealers underneath my eyes, but you probably could use this underneath your eyes and it would look fine because it's just so creamy. Another thing that I really like about this Freedom concealer is that it has multiple shades in there. It has a yellow shade which I love to highlight with. It has a correcting shade, lighter shades. I really do use all the colours in this palette, and I just mix and match them, and it also retails for £5, so I would definitely recommend this. I got this from my local Superdrug, so if you are near Superdrug, check out whether they have a Freedom stand. The next concealer I'm going to be talking about is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I have the really dark one, but I don't really use this. I used to have FAWN, but you know, I just lost it. I don't know where it is, I don't know where I've put it, so I thought I would just show you guys this for the sake of showing you it, but I wouldn't use this colour. I used to use this colour for contouring, but I didn't really like it for that. And this is in the colour Dark Cocoa, but the colour that I usually go for is Fawn. I'm sure you guys know a lot about it. I've actually done a video comparing the MAC concealer and the MAC Pro Longwear and the LA Girl concealer. So if you want to check that out, I will try to remember to link it down below. If not, just find it in my videos. But yeah, this is the Pro Longwear concealer. This is a really good concealer. It's medium to full coverage, and it's very creamy, so you can use it underneath your eyes, and it's not gonna, I don't find that it creases, even though I don't really have a creasing issue, so I've never had that with any concealer. This is extremely creamy underneath the eyes, which is great because you want creaminess underneath the eyes to prevent wrinkles and aging and all that kind of thing. This retails, it's like $250 I don't know how you say it, but yeah, $250, and which works out around £1 something, I don't know. I got mine from Beauty Joint online because I got like 3 of these and it came to like £6, and I didn't get a customs fee, whereas if you buy it on eBay you'll get one for like £5. So I would always recommend to get it on Beauty Joint because it just works out, you get a much better value for money, and you don't get a customs fee because it's not over £15. Don't quote me out, check on it, but I'm sure you don't get a customs fee. So yeah, I absolutely love this concealer. I'm definitely going to repurchase it when I get around to buying it again. I really like this concealer. It's about, you know, it's super inexpensive. It's probably the cheapest one that I have, and it's super good. This lasts really well underneath my eye as well. It probably lasts the same time as mine. It lasts a little bit less than my Pro Long one. My Pro Longwear is like maximum lasting, but this does last very well. They have not thousands, but loads of shades, so there's literally a shade for everybody. And I would totally recommend this concealer. I think it's amazing. The next concealer I'm going to be talking about is the Kiko Skin Evolution Concealer. This is like a cream concealer. I've basically used all this up, but it's like a cream concealer, and it's like in a little stick, and I love this for contouring. I absolutely love this for contouring. I would never use it to actually conceal, but I use it solely for contouring. Mine's nearly finished, and I've got it in the colour 09, which is probably like the deepest shade there, and I love this to contour. The reason why I wouldn't use it anywhere around my face is because I do find it sometimes a bit hard to work with. It's not very blendable. I wouldn't recommend this to use as an actual concealer. I'd use it more as like a contour product, simply because it's not very blendable. It can be a bit stiff, and even when I'm using it to conceal, it kind of drags a little bit. So this is definitely not my favourite concealer, but I like it for contouring because I like the shade of it. It gives me kind of like a nice shade, not too grey, not too warm, because with me, I know everybody likes a good, you know, cool toned contour. I don't like that on my skin tone. I feel like I look like I've got mud on my face. I like a nice warm contour. It just looks more natural in my skin tone, so I really like it for that. This retails for about £5. I'm not exactly sure because I haven't bought this in about a year or so, but I wouldn't recommend it for any spots or anything like that because it's not blendable at all. My next concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm not actually going to do a close-up with this one because mine looked absolutely disgusting. I think mine's in the colour Cafe, and you can get this from Superdrug and Boots. To be honest, I have not seen this colour in Superdrug or Boots in the longest time ever, so I'm not sure whether they've discontinued it in the UK, but literally it is nowhere to be seen here in the UK. I really like this concealer for underneath the eyes. Sometimes actually when I don't want to wear any makeup, I just put it all over my face and kind of use it as a foundation when I really don't want too much. This will give you like a good medium coverage, and it has like a satin finish. You know, compared to my Pro Longwear, Pro Longwear will give you a very matte, flat look. This has a bit more of a sheen to it. It's not too much, but it has a bit of a sheen. It has a bit more of a sheen to it. So I would say that if you have oily skin and you're putting it like to highlight and stuff like that, like in the contour area, then I would say that it's probably going to make you look a bit greasy. Also, I would say that they don't have very good shades in this, especially where, you know, in the UK they don't have very good shades. This is probably like the darker shade that they do, and this will be alright for an all-over concealer, all-over kind of foundation thing, but I don't ever use it to like conceal underneath my eyes because it's just too dark for that. It's just too dark for that, so I don't use it for that. I do like this, but I would repurchase it if they sold more of it, but I have not seen it in about a year, so I don't know what's happened to it. My last concealer and my most recent concealer is the Revlon Colorstay concealer in the colour 06 Deep. I'm trying to find it, but I know it off by heart. It's 06 Deep FONCE. So this is the darkest shade that they do. As you can see, it's not very dark. Like, this is not dark at all. Like, if you compare it to like my MAC Pro Longwear, you can see that that is not dark at all. Yeah. Anyway, I recently picked this up from Superdrug whilst they were doing a 3 for 2, and I just thought I would try it because I love the Colorstay foundation, so I thought I would try this one out. This actually isn't too bad of a shade for me. I've used it today underneath my eyes. I love to use this when I just want a very quick, you know, quick swipe, 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 let's go. It's very quick. The Pro Longwear, you have to, you know, pump it out, put it on your hand, use a brush, whereas this, it's kind of like an all-in-one, so it's great for that purpose when you just want to, when you just want something on the go. It's very good for that. It's about £6. I think it was definitely about £6. This will give you a medium to full coverage, but not, when I say medium to full coverage, it's not as full as the Pro Longwear. The Pro Longwear is like my, you know, fullest coverage. This will hide everything, whereas this one's more of a medium, slightly full if you build it up. If you built it up, bad English. If you build it up, it could go to a full coverage, but I don't recommend building concealers because you're going to crease. The only thing that's the worst part about it, is that the deepest colour is not very deep. So if you are darker than like an NC 45 to 50, I'm about an NC 50, probably NC 50 is probably a little bit dark for me, but that's the only shade in MAC that I would go for. Then I would say that you could probably get away with it, but if you're any darker than that, this might look a bit ashy on you, and it does have a very strong yellow undertone, so if you are more red, it's also might look a bit ashy on you as well. So to round it up, I will tell you guys my top 3 concealers. So they are the Revlon Colorstay concealer, which I love, the LA Girl Pro Concealer, which I also love, and my MAC Pro Longwear. So yeah, those are my top 3 concealers that if you were going to ask me what I would recommend, I would go for any of these 3. Please tell me what your favourite concealers are so that I can try out more. Tell me whether you guys like any of these concealers, whether you don't like them. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!